Hello, 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 my beloveds. I am sitting out here under the trees with the wild lupins around me. They're not quite blooming, but they're here on this full moon in Scorpio with your moon soul messages for today. Now, I am a Scorpio sun, so this is like, these are the waters that I swim in, and yet I have still felt this sort of heaviness the last few days. I definitely feel lighter today, but there was a bit of heaviness for me the last couple of days as we were approaching this full moon in Scorpio today. So I imagine you may have been feeling the same way. I definitely have had friends feeling the same way during my full moon circle. The energy was, tender and watery for sure. We cried, we all shed some tears. But let's see what the cards and Divine Spirit has in store for us today for these moon soul messages. I'm going to be using the Ancient Stones Oracle and drawing, I think, 3 cards here. It took me a little while to find a spot. I was initially going to record inside because it's definitely still a bit wet outside, but I started setting up and almost recorded inside, and then I decided to come outside and sit on a quilt folded a few times so that the wetness is not soaking through to me. Okay, so the first one I chose was creativity and trust your expression. Then the Guardian Stone, awakening, progress, initiation. And let's see what third and final card is for us and you here today. Be the mountain. All right, I see and feel how these all come together. Creative expression, trust your vision. We all have a unique gift, unique song, if you want to put it in that way, to share with the world. And I believe that your spirit team, just like mine, universe, is guiding us. She is impressing visions upon you of your soul's calling. And we can ignore our soul's calling. It's not something we have to do. But I feel like when we step into our soul's calling, when we follow our soul's path, life becomes much more harmonious. Life, you can find yourself in the flow. So if you've had these creative expressions and visions on your mind and you keep saying no to them, these moon messages, Spirit is calling you to trust your vision and move forward, even if it's imperfect. Okay, we're not going to be perfect the first time that we do something. The first time that you try to bake a loaf of bread or do a new kind of painting, like, you can't expect yourself to be perfect, okay? And I know it's hard to, especially when you might have this whole story about needing to be perfect and do things right the first time, but there's also learning that happens within our failures of missing the mark. So you're not going to learn anything by not doing, okay? So move forward, trust your vision, and create what you feel called to create. You have a unique, special gift that is needed. And this Guardian Stone is showing us that we are protected and held, that we have guardians. Our spirit team is also holding us tenderly as they cheer us along. Your awakening is happening right now. There is a huge awakening cosmically and individually, okay? And the world now more than ever needs your spiritual, your soulful gifts that you have been called to express and share with the world. Progress is happening, even if it doesn't look like it is, even if you don't feel like you're progressing. I just hit my 100th podcast episode today, published today. And along the way, I felt like, oh, am I getting any better at this? Am I doing this any better? And some days it felt like I wasn't. And yet progress is happening through experience. Progress happens whether or not it's something that we can, it's not necessarily like black and white or a specific thing that you can look at and say, oh yes, I do that completely different now. But change is happening. Trust that you are changing and growing and progressing and awakening, and that you are being held and guided and guarded within your journey of awakening. It's an initiation, okay? Initiation rites of passage, they're not always easy, but they are, how do I even put it? They are so important and needed, okay? And this last card, be the mountain, slow and steady, foundations and patience, okay? It can be so easy to want to just go from point A to Z overnight. You might have seen the rise of some other sister in your life that is now, like in her current expression that is so different than it was a few years ago. But that person, that woman has done the work, has taken those steps, okay? It doesn't happen in an instant. You have to be slow and steady in your practice, in your soul's path, on your soul's path. You have to keep working at it, okay? I don't believe that we ever get to our final destination. Once spirit sees and supports us get to the next level, whatever that is for us, because we're all different. We all have these different lives paths. And what my next level isn't the same as your next level. And we have parallel paths. And I just feel like this card is wanting me to remind you to be patient and keep going. Progress is happening. The initiation is underway, even if it doesn't feel that way or look that way, okay? You are transforming, and you have to do the work. You have to keep going. You can ignore it. You can choose not to go on your soul's path, but there's going to be a cost for that. But you have free will to choose. And I urge you to respond to your soul's calling. Respond. Trust your vision and create. Your awakening is in progress, and you are being held tenderly within that. Be the steady mountain, moving forward one step at a time. Don't let the bigness of where you want to go stop you from taking each little step that it takes to get there. You cannot go one giant leap. You have to go little by little by little by little by little. That's how you also gain the capacity to hold what it means to be at the top of that peak, okay? You have to earn that. You have to grow that, okay? So go for it. Go for it. All right, I think that's all I have for now. Sending you so much love, and I'll see you next week. Mwah!